Breaking news! Attention, Green Nation! We've reached that moment when your blood starts pumping, your heart races, and the emotion takes over. If you breathe Eagles like I do, hold on tight, because what's coming next will leave you shocked. The atmosphere in Philadelphia is on fire. The behind-the-scenes action is red hot. The gears are turning at full speed, and there's a tension in the air you just can't ignore. And if you know the nest, you know one thing. When this kind of energy shows up, it means something massive is about to go down. And right at the center of this storm is the man himself, Howie Roseman, the mastermind behind the scenes, the relentless strategist pulling every string to put the Eagles back on the road to glory. He wants more. He wants everything. He wants another Super Bowl, and he's ready to do whatever it takes. But hey, fans don't live on hype alone. There are roadblocks ahead, tough decisions to be made, and critical situations that need fixing now. This upcoming season could be epic or chaotic, and what's happening right now behind closed doors could change everything. But before I drop the exclusive bombs I uncovered in the last few hours, smash that like button if you believe in Howie's plan. But only if you truly believe this team is gonna hoist that Lombardi again soon. I believe with every fiber of my being. And if you feel that same fire in your chest, type it loud in the comments. Go Birds! We're going to the Super Bowl. Now take a deep breath, brace yourself, and listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you could change everything. Let's get to it. Eagles fans, there's a growing energy swirling around this team that's impossible to ignore. We're not talking about vague off-season hype or empty preseason chatter. This feels different. It feels like something real is building. And a lot of that starts with the culture this team has embraced, past and present. A culture of passion, grit, and relentless drive to win. Let's begin by talking about leadership, because that's something that's been deeply rooted in this team's DNA. Brian Dawkins, Weapon X, was the embodiment of that. There's not a single player who wore midnight green that screamed Philadelphia louder than him. The energy, the physicality, the way he transformed into a different creature on game day, it was raw, emotional, and absolutely electric. To this day, fans talk about how he never should have played a single down in another jersey. That move to Denver still hurts. He was the kind of player who left it all on the field every single week. When he gave that Hall of Fame speech, you felt every word. Jason Kelce picked up that same mantle of leadership in a different way. He became a symbol of Philadelphia's heart, tough, reliable, real. A center who anchored more than just the offensive line. He anchored the locker room, the fan base, and every heartbeat inside Lincoln Financial Field. You'll never see a player represent the city quite like him again. From the Mummers Parade speech to being the first to step up whether we were flying high or struggling, Kelce is Philadelphia to his core. And right now, the torch is in the hands of players like Lane Johnson and Jalen Hurts. Lane's been a warrior on the right side of that line, quietly dominant, a future Hall of Famer. Meanwhile, Hurts, what more can you say? 2 Super Bowl appearances in 3 years, 14 wins in 2 of those 3 seasons, a Super Bowl MVP. His leadership is surgical, calm, focused. He silences the noise and elevates the people around him. If that's not a franchise QB, I don't know what is. Now here's the thing fans are buzzing about. Howie Roseman's not done. The front office is still in attack mode. Rumors are circling. Possibilities are on the table. Names like Asante Samuel Jr. have been floated. After a neck injury cut his season short, there are concerns, but the talent is undeniable. Double-digit pass breakups in each of his first 3 seasons? That's elite ball production. And if the medicals check out, it's the kind of move that could bolster an already stacked secondary. But it's not just about bringing in talent. It's about unlocking what we already have. There's talk about Khalil Ringo and his potential flexibility. Can he be moved inside to the slot? Some say his size and speed make him better suited for the outside, and that's where he might be most valuable. That's where you let a guy like Cooper DeJean roam. He's that hybrid-type piece Vic Fangio can use creatively. A linebacker, a nickel, even maybe a safety depending on the situation. You can already see Fangio drawing it up on his board. And speaking of defense, how about the Jalen Carter effect? The pressure this guy generates is wild. It's not just that he's a wrecking ball up front. He elevates everyone around him. When you've got a guy disrupting the pocket at that level, it opens doors for the whole unit. Suddenly your corners have more freedom. Your safeties can gamble a little more. Your linebackers don't have to carry the whole weight. Carter's dominance is contagious. There's so much pride in this city for the legacy of greats who paved the way. Brian Westbrook, one of the original dual-threat backs before that was a thing in fantasy football. Jeremiah Trotter, the Axeman, setting the tone at linebacker. Deshaun Jackson, shredding defenses with speed that defied logic. LeSean McCoy, making defenders miss in the snow like he was dancing on ice. And yes, even Nick Foles, the guy who delivered a Lombardi trophy to Broad Street when the odds were stacked sky high against us. And now, there's excitement brewing over the new generation. A.J. Brown is rewriting the record books. 3 straight seasons of 1,000 plus yards. We're witnessing dominance in real time. DeVonta Smith, don't let his frame fool you. He's a technician, one of the crispest route runners in the league. And Saquon Barkley, sure, it's only been a short stint in Philly, but his leadership is already making waves. His presence during high-pressure moments, like calming the sideline during that controversial non-call in the Super Bowl, that speaks volumes. But now, I want to hear from you. Do you think this new wave of leadership and talent is enough to get us back to the top? Are we witnessing the birth of another Super Bowl core, or is there still a missing piece? You can feel it in the city, can't you? That electric pulse, the fire simmering under the surface. The pieces are aligning. But Eagles fans know better than anyone, championship windows don't last forever. You've got to capitalize while you've got the firepower, the chemistry, and the leadership. And if there's one thing that stands out right now, it's this. The Eagles window is wide open, but the clock is ticking. Let's get into the trenches for a second, because that's where games are won. The offensive line has been a gold standard in the NFL for years now, and even with Jason Kelce's retirement, the foundation is still rock solid. Cam Jurgens is expected to slide into that center role. Huge shoes to fill, no doubt. But the guy has been groomed for this transition since he was drafted. He's smart, athletic, and already has rapport with Jalen Hurts. Landon Dickerson is a mauler, and Jordan Mailata's growth from rugby player to franchise left tackle, that's the stuff of legend. And don't forget Lane Johnson, who continues to play like he's aging in reverse. The defense, man, there's serious bite here. Jalen Carter is already getting compared to some of the all-time great interior linemen, and if he keeps trending upward, he's going to be a perennial All-Pro. Jordan Davis is still developing, but his presence on early downs helps keep that front solid against the run. The linebackers are more versatile now too. Nakobe Dean's health is crucial, and all eyes will be on how Vic Fangio deploys him. Does he roam more freely this year? Can he finally become the defensive leader this team envisioned when they drafted him? And then you've got that secondary. We mentioned Ringo and Cooper DeJean, but let's not overlook the veterans here. Darius Slay still plays with elite instincts, and James Bradbury, if he bounces back from a rough stretch, can stabilize the other side. There are questions, sure, but there's also depth, something the Eagles haven't always had in the secondary. Now let's talk about the man steering this whole ship, Jalen Hurts. We've already seen Hurts carry this franchise on his back. He's cool under pressure, respected in the locker room, and locked in every single day. And yet, the national media still doubts him. They dissect every throw, every decision, every loss. But here's the truth. This guy has delivered more in 3 years than most quarterbacks do in a decade. 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 ring, and a Super Bowl MVP. And still, he stays focused, quietly intense. The same guy every week. That's rare. That's leadership. People want to compare him to legends, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Montana. But maybe it's time we stop comparing and start recognizing Jalen Hurts for who he is, the face of a new era. Not flashy, not a self-promoter, just a winner.